the entire system collapses. And that is exactly what we are watching happen in California right now. Target stores across the state are completely out of fresh produce. Not low on fresh produce, completely out. The produce section in the Costa Mesa Target is now being used to display paper towels because they had to put something on those shelves. Trader Joe's in Berkeley has a line that wraps around the block before the store even opens, and they're limiting the number of customers inside to 50 at a time because they're trying to make their remaining inventory last as long as possible. Whole Foods in San Francisco has hired private security to patrol the parking lot because there have been 3 incidents in the last 24 hours of people stealing groceries directly out of other customers' cars. And here's the part that should terrify every single person watching this. This isn't just happening in the big cities. The Safeway in Redding, which serves a town of 92,000 people, received 0 deliveries yesterday. 0. They have a dairy cooler that is 100% empty. They have a meat department that has exactly 9 packages of ground turkey left. That's it. The store manager told a local reporter this morning that they have no confirmed delivery date for their next truck because the distribution center in Stockton has no drivers willing to make the run. Let's talk about what Governor Newsom actually announced in his emergency declaration, because the language matters. He invoked emergency powers under the California Emergency Services Act to authorize several extraordinary measures. First, he suspended certain environmental regulations to allow emergency food shipments to bypass normal routing restrictions. That sounds reasonable until you realize it's completely irrelevant, because the problem isn't routing. The problem is that there are no trucks moving. Second, he authorized the California Highway Patrol to provide escorts for food delivery trucks. Again, useless, because the trucks are not stuck in traffic. They are deliberately parked and refusing to move. Third, and this is the important one, he authorized the California National Guard to be mobilized for logistics support operations. When I saw that line in the declaration, I immediately called a contact at the Guard's Joint Operations Center. And here's what they told me off the record. They have been in planning meetings for the last 18 hours trying to figure out how to move commercial freight with military personnel who are not trained to operate commercial vehicles and do not have the proper licenses to drive them legally. Think about what that means. The state government is so desperate to move food that they are considering putting National Guard soldiers behind the wheel of 18-wheelers without commercial driver's licenses. The legal liability alone would be astronomical, but more importantly, it reveals just how few options Sacramento actually has right now. They can't force the truckers to work. They can't magically train new drivers overnight. And they can't airlift enough food to supply 40 million people, so they're improvising. And that improvisation involves military personnel attempting to operate a commercial logistics network they have never hours. The entire system collapses. And that is exactly